formed a group in the Chicago area called Sango Association. And the purpose of the group was to facilitate poor or orphaned children to access high school education. So over time we realized that boys were doing so well, but girls were not doing so well. So then we did some research and found out that actually poor girls are so much more disadvantaged and they have much bigger problems than boys. So that led us to kind of think of a different way to look at poverty among girls in education. And so we kind of figured out the best thing to do was to have a school where we could be able to control a lot of variables that we were seeing finding to impact poor girls going to school. So we took all the savings that we had and we came, and this place was completely bush. There was nothing here. And so in 2009 summer, I came and with the help of my brother, who unfortunately passed away in the process of building the school, we came here and we started working literally from scratch. Cutting grass, cutting trees down just to find places to put the buildings. So in 2009, we managed to get the whole block of classrooms, and we kind of realized that even though we thought we had little money, the money did so much more than we expected. So then I went back to the US and shared with friends and Sango Association members, what we've done. And by the end of the summer of 2010, both of us were here, even our son was here, I think. We had done enough that actually we felt like we could start the school. It's been the help we've gotten from lots of people in the US that has helped us to now get to where we are. Communication here is difficult. We don't have a proper road. When it rains, it's impassable. But we've been able to overcome some of these challenges. Like you've seen, we have running water now. Rotary Club of Barrington, specifically Larry, a guy called Larry, climbed to Mount Kenya, raised some money, and sank us a borehole. And we also got a donor that donated a solar system to pump the water. Fortunately, we have the grid now, we have electricity. But before that, we had people who donated to us so we could have solar. So every building has a solar system. In addition to Sango's efforts, we also approach people individually, and we've had a lot of our colleagues and friends offer to give scholarships for students. We have also started another non-profit that will just focus on raising money for the school, and it's called Friends of Jams, with Diana Swanson as the president.
We felt that if we could set up an institution that could cater for the less privileged members of our society, then we'd be doing some good service to the nation.
just us being able to house, these 60 girls, our capacity is 160. To me, it's amazing. It's a real big accomplishment.
One of the things that I hope we can achieve in the long run, as one of the things we've said, is that we want to build this school good enough for the richest and open to the poorest. So my greatest hope is that we can have a school that is just as good for the richest person, but is accessible to the poor.
Felt that there is something good that we can do to help these people to also realize their dreams in life. So by starting such a school, we felt we would give them equal opportunities like the others who are privileged.
They can call this place home, and a lot of them really call it home because some of them literally stay here during the breaks because they don't have anywhere to go. We're not just focused on academics, we are really focused on enabling these students to be able to support themselves when they leave school.
Life skills.
They learn life skills, they learn business skills, they learn how to relate to others, they learn how to work together with other kids and their teachers. And so to know that this experience is going to be life-changing for them, as it has been for us. I mean, we've learned so much about ourselves, our abilities, and what we can do, and how fortunate we are just going through this process. We started this, but we really didn't know what it was.
One of the main objectives is to help somebody who could not have the chance of getting an education to get an education. And apart from it, also one of the objectives was to ensure that the girl child here is developed wholesomely, that she can become a responsible citizen in the future.
One of the things which make me feel that we'll go very far is the discipline among the girls. Being orphans, these girls are ready to accept whatever good thing we are offering them, and they appreciate.
an environment where a student walks here with absolutely nothing, no shoes, no clothes, and in such despair. And 2-3 months later, that kid is happy and thriving and laughing and smiling is such an accomplishment. And every time I just look into their faces from the time they come and 1 month later, it's like day and night. And so if we can, that's a huge accomplishment for me. And if we could continue doing that,
by the numbers.
that would be the most significant.
These guys are hardworking. All the Form 4s who are taking the exams today, you'll never find one idle. Normally I wake up at 4 in the morning. Every morning I'm up by 4. When I stayed here, in fact they were waking me up. I could hear footsteps moving.
She prayed to God to give her children power. And I always feel like, that's what my mom did. She always prayed to God to give us power to do things, to be wherever we wanted. And in a small way, to me, this looks like one of the things she was praying for.